Welcome back. Well, I tried to watch the MTV Movie Awards last night, but something stopped me. Oh, yeah, I threw up. Yeah. If MTV were a person, it would be the divorced dad getting an earring, trying to hit on his teenage daughter's friends. It's the old fool trying to be cool. I admire, however, how the aging in crowd sticks together even as they fall apart. Take the ad that aired during the awards with that annoying lady with 3 names. In it, she raffles off a dinner with herself, the president, and his wife.
Okay, the guy who ended the war in Iraq, the guy who says you should be able to marry anyone you want, and the guy who created 4 million new jobs, that guy, President Obama, and Michelle are coming to my house for dinner on June 14th. So go right here, right now, because we need him, and he needs us.
Oh, my goodness.
We need him, and he needs us. Who is we? I call it a codependence of cool, where both sides cling to each other while everyone else jumps ship. Celebs, desperate to be seen as smart and not shallow, cling to Obama as the PC life raft during auditions, frappuccino runs, and Coke parties. Saying vote Obama beats thinking it's the best thing to happen to no talents since breast implants, which is why Hollywood is now Obama's volunteer PR army and personal ATM machine. But while the Prez and this cult are the best star pairing since Thelma and Louise, you know how that ended. And also, if Anna Wintour is the face of your campaign, your campaign may need a facelift.
Sarah Jessica and I both have our own reasons for supporting President Obama, and we want to hear yours. So please join us, but just don't be late.
I love Mick Jagger's new wig. Yeah. Anyway, do you really want advice from a person whose mink coat owns a mink coat? Remember, celebrities, they think you're stupid. Agreeing with them proves it.
You know, that was one of your better monologues. You remember what you said?
No, absolutely not.
I don't think you did.
I wrote it this morning in a haze.
You want to know what the segment's about?
Yes, I do know what the segment's about.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I want to ask Andrea this, because I find this funny. Sarah talks about as a woman, a mother, and an entrepreneur, she needs to this country could be a place where everyone has a fair shot. But didn't your success start under Ronald Reagan? Like in the 80s with square pegs? Wasn't that under Reagan and then Bush, and then Sex and the City came, I guess, in Bush and Clinton?
That's true. That's actually very true.
And I don't know why I know that.
And her character that I'm assuming that her character in Sex and the City is the character that they want all the young girls watching the award to identify with. This was a character, Carrie Bradshaw, who, by the way, is not real, but never took a government check, right? Yeah. She wasn't on subsidies, as far as we know.
She was no Julia.
She was no Julia, is right. But I do think this is a dual-purpose play. The youth vote, and it's the woman's vote. And they're having big trouble with the woman's vote. And you know what? The Kerry campaign did this exact thing in 2004. They rolled out Sarah Jessica Parker. She said, I can't believe any woman would vote for President George W. Bush. And look who won. So SJP does not speak for me.
Well, that's she certainly doesn't.
Oh, my goodness.
Bob, you're a huge fan of Sex and the City. You own all the DVDs.
I do.
Do you think she's going to help the celebrity?
He cries during them.
I think it's the idea of putting on the British person to ask for votes here, because we already whooped them once, and then in the 1812 we came back and whooped them a second time. I don't think this is the best idea, is to go and to try to take them on again.
But Bob's right, Eric. When you think about it, we got the problem with this economy. Everybody's hurting, and they're bringing out this incredibly elitist, remote woman who looks down on everything.
Yeah.
To come out and tell us how to vote.
I just love being out with you right now. This is amazing.
You're putting him in a good mood.
That Michelle Obama keeps emailing me, and it's really getting annoying. I got another email from her
Remember when you scared her at the White House dinner and you waved to her?
Hang out with Barack and I. We want you to come to Sarah Jessica Parker's
she doesn't like you.
In defense of SJP.
Can I just?
She's a very nice lady. She really is. She's very generous. I'm just telling you, she's very nice and well-liked.
She's politically astute. She's fantastic. She's fair. She's balanced. She had a chance to take a shot at Sarah Palin once, and she said, you know what, that's not right.
That's true.
You may or may not like her for politics, but don't take shots at her. I like Sarah Jessica Parker, and yeah, okay, so she can support Obama. Who cares?
Yeah, okay.
And my nanny works for her sometimes.
Well, in that case, I changed my whole opinion. If your nanny works with him, what's wrong with you, Kimberly?
Very nice lady, but I don't know if she's going to raise Clooney money, $15 million.
But did you know? Can I just point out one thing? The thing that she said, that it's about fairness. Have you noticed with the left, fairness replaces freedom? They never. It should be about freedom, not fairness.
What is? Have you know? We've spent the entire segment. We haven't talked about MIDI. Now, who's favoring Mitt?
Who cares?
Who cares?
That's the point. That's the whole point.
You think Broderick does
That is
the
the
dishes?
whole point.
The point is, do these celebrity endorsements really help?
Yes.
You want to turn
They
over this
don't.
presidency to this guy who's had no experience
Anna Wintour,
except to run
the
people out
cash
of his
help.
I'm
country's
sorry,
jobs?
but the 18-year-olds who are watching those awards, or the 15-year-olds or 14-year-olds, they don't read Vogue magazine. They can't even afford one of her shoes.
Unless
I
Greg,
don't
while
read Vogue
medicated,
magazine
bid on
either,
it, and
but-
you have something to tell us.
Not true.
You didn't
No,
fall
can you
for it?
imagine a more boring dinner? Seriously. Unless Matthew Broderick was doing the dishes, I would not pay to go.
Or unless they take whatever you're taking right
You know,
now.
that's one
That
thing.
would be fun.
That is a bad shot. Listen, the one thing Obama is not boring. Anybody who meets this guy thinks that he's in very.
I'm talking about
engaging,
Anna
interesting-
Wintour.
Oh, Anna Wintour? Well, you wouldn't understand her. That's the problem. You're supposed to tease. That means you get out. Okay? Ready?
See,
Go.
other people in America can't hear what's in your ear, Bob. So when you say we have to tease,
All right,
they don't know what you're talking
right
about.
over to hit you. It's time to get out now, Greg.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
I know. What do you want me to do?
I do not miss him. I was gone for a
here's the
week.
thing.
I didn't hear him for a week. It
Take
was
some more
fantastic.
medication.
Coming up, a big showdown tomorrow in Wisconsin, the unions versus the taxpayers. Who will win? If you leave now, I will not show you my tan lines.
Ew.
I don't have any.
There by yourself, change